So my friend Dave is a bit of a stoner, and you know, it's 4:20 on Monday, and we've both been examining the rules, and we're wondering if, as long as if we all leave our houses by bike or on foot to get exercise, yeah, and we all meet at Hyde Park on the 20th, yeah, as long as we don't actually, you know, partake in any illegal activities, and we stay 2 meters apart, would that be breaking the coronavirus rules?
So obviously you have the regulations, which are quite sort of, I mean, I would say clear cut, but they are quite broad in terms of what they cover. So exercise is obviously covered on there as being a reasonable excuse to be out.
Correct. And once from my understanding of the rules, and I've looked at them quite carefully, once you're out, there is no legal obligation to be doing anything. You know, there's nothing that says you can't go to a park, for example. Nothing that says that, right? As long as you're keeping the distance from people, which you guys aren't even observing, which is another whole problem, but as long as you're keeping the distance from people, surely that would be permitted. Not that I think you guys have got...
So, I mean, the issue there is, so you have regulations in terms of people's movement, so that's where reasonable excuse comes in, so taking exercise, going shopping, going to work, but you can't do it from home, things like that. But there's also regulations in terms of people congregating.
Right.
So really, in terms of the
but
spirit
if
of
you're
the
if you're congregating and you're keeping 2 meters apart, so how is that? You know,
the advice is to stay at home.
I know what the advice is. I get that. I get what the advice is, but I'm asking you from a legal point of view. Surely, if I went out, I was doing my exercise, I happened to go to Hyde Park, someone else was in Hyde Park, we were socially distancing each other by 2 meters. Surely that would be. That should be within the you know, you haven't broken any of their rules, have you?
I mean, it's a difficult one now because I think there is new guidelines provided by the police in terms of what people can do, and it's been clarified, things like taking a break, during your exercise, things like that.
You can't take a break during the exercise. How you doing? Oh, great! How are you? Nice to see you. How are you doing? I'm alright, mate. You having fun?
Nice to my guy.
You met Hyde before, haven't you?
Many times. I'm a big fan of his. He's lovely. Is he your sergeant?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it is a bit of a grey area, really.
Right.
I appreciate that if you're saying, in the spirit of things, you're keeping socially distant, it's that, but there are regulations against people congregating without having a reasonable excuse for being out.
Right.
So if you're all exercising,
and you know, this whole idea about not congregating, you know, to me that's you know, it's certainly an interesting and potentially extremely dangerous power that has been taken, that we can't even. Well, I can't even protest what this whole thing.
No,
you know, I can't have to say anything about it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and there are places abroad where people are starting to congregate, but keeping apart from each other. But what you're saying is you think it's a bit of a grey area.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
Definitely.
Right. So
it would be a case of thinking about what your reasonable excuse would be to be outside.
Yes.
So, I appreciate if you're cycling there, you'd be taking exercise.
Correct.
That's certainly fine. But then if it's the object is to actually get there and have a gathering, even though it might be 2 meters apart, that's where I think it would be a bit of a sticky wicket, to be honest.
Right.
But I'd have to check the regulations myself, word for word as they are, to be able to give you a definitive answer on that.
Fair enough. Thank you. Thank you very much. Turns out the gatherings of 3 or more are not allowed. My mate Dave is going to be there at 3 p.m, so only one person can join him. If anyone else comes, please make sure you cycle, walk or jog there, and only gather in twos and keep 2 meters apart. Please do not share spliffs unless you are living with someone. For those who can't make it, please leave links in the comments section for any good online 420 gatherings.